Chefs of the Future, Season 2. Tune in.
Chefs of the future, listen, we haven't talked about the styrofoam and plastic bag ban being implemented across the states of New York yet this year, so let's talk about it. Chefs of the future, as of January 1st, the new law, well, it's not new, it's been 2, 3 years. We've been talking about it 3 years. It's been implemented 2 years in the city, but now it's statewide. That means it's being legally enforced statewide if all establishments have to limit the use upon styrofoam and plastic bags. Now, why is this important? Why is it worth mentioning it? If you followed the show at all for any amount of time, you know that was one of the first topics we started talking about in season 2 was the whole adjustment period about how are New Yorkers in particular feeling about the plastic bag ban, how are they adapting. Now, I used to hit myself over the head every time I forgot my reusable bag. Now it's just second nature. But I think we're all on board with it now, and we understood why it needed to happen. Now that it's being implemented statewide, it'll have a more effect, a larger effect, positive effect, and have a on why it even was implemented in the first place. A lot of the companies was able to circumvent the law while it was still contained to the city in the 5 boroughs because a lot of their establishments, the distribution hubs, the factories themselves that use a lot of the plastic bags and the styrofoam products existed outside of the jurisdiction of the law. Now that it's statewide and it's being enforced statewide, now it's going to fall into the jurisdictions of the new law, and we're going to start seeing positive impacts. And why these laws was contemplated and voted in the first place. So let's take a look at what the New York City Department of Health website says about exemptions for this new rule. So foam containers used for prepackaged foods has been filled and sealed prior to the recipient of the food service establishment, mobile food commissaries, or store is still fine. Foam containers used to store raw meat, fish, poultry, sealed food, including eggs, sold by the butchers in cases or in similar food compliances, is also fine. And also the food blocks, the foam food blocks to keep the food steady inside for transportation is also fine as well. But, so this is why this is important, because we're going to see an influx in research and development by these companies that distribute food, that manufacture food into alternatives. And that's where we will start to see the change. And that's what differs, and that's why it's important. So let's see what the NBC7 website coverage on this matter has to say about this. So it says, of January 1st, New York's ban prohibits any person engaged in the business of selling or distributing prepared foods or beverages for sale or distributed food service containers that contain expanded polyurethane foam in the state. And yeah, so that pretty much covers it. How are you adapting to the styrofoam? Well, not too much of styrofoam, but the plastic bag ban a year, 2 years later in the city. And what do you think that now that is being enforced on the state level, how is it going to affect us? Comment below, join the conversation, and let us know your thoughts. Now, we also have merch available, so head on over to the IG page, see what you like. We have a couple shirts, a couple sweaters, a couple hats, cardigans, all that stuff. Come shoot your size, let us know. But yeah, I'm Rich. I'm out of here.